Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be looking at Algo. Before we jump into the price action, just want to say thanks for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Leave us some feedback down below and also in the description you'll find a link to the Discord. So we're looking primarily to see whether we still have, this possibility that we could have actually set a low here and potentially looking to push away from this zone, looking for some of these higher targets. The one-to-one would be up here towards this 2909, and then basically, if we're looking for a bigger five-wave move to the upside, we would have to move up towards this zone. Where is it gone? There we go. Let's turn this on towards the zone of this 40 cent area. So that's what we're looking out for. There's potential for a bigger five-wave structure to the upside, but we need to be aware with Algo, there is still that potential that we can argue that we've had a fourth wave in here and that we could actually start to look to break down. So we need to just be aware that there is still that potential to come down lower here towards this zone of this 1378 to this 1085. So keeping an eye on this, potentially if we do look to extend out to the downside, this is going to be a target area here. And what I want to see is basically if we are looking for that breakup for this 1777 to maintain and continue to maintain these higher lows here and then look to push away. So this is the one way we're looking at the move. Potentially we could see this as an A, B, and a C, where this becomes a bigger flat correction in here. You just need to be cautious because this move was quite strong from the top end here. So we just need to be, cautious that we aren't getting something else playing out here where we have a more bearish situation. So just going to go over that quickly. We talked about this in the previous video where we could see this potentially even play out as a 1-2-1-2, and then actually have a much deeper push down towards this 1076 range for the first wave three, which could then in basically just push us down much deeper towards this 8 cent region to the 7 cent 31. So this is a possibility here. Obviously, we haven't lost these support zones yet, so we can't just flip super bullish here. But this is still a possibility, so we need to be aware of it. We did get a rejection off of this just below the 0.618 of this move to the upside. So I'm just being a little bit cautious within this. If we do continue to get rejection from this zone, we could actually be looking for a bigger sell-off to the downside. So, like I said, that confirmation of this would only come by pushing down much lower towards this 1076. It is, however, possible that within this structure we're still not completed, and we could actually get another move up where this becomes an A, a B, or W, X, and a Y to the upside. So if we see another three-wave move back up into this zone of this 2641 to this basically this zone, you have this 24-29. This would be a zone I'd be looking for if we are looking for, a continuation. The one-to-one currently of this move to the upside would actually take us, let me just throw this on here. I'm going to just change this up. One-to-one would actually take us up here towards this 2661. So we can see how there's a bit of confluence here. It could actually mean that we come back and retest the top of this channel. And then we see this as an A, a B, and a C. So this is something that could still play out, but really, we need to get back above this zone here of this 2941. Otherwise, we start to lose that. We start to lose that that possibility of continuing to the upside because if we fail to take this high out, basically all this means is that we continue to extend to the downside. So really, whether this is an A, B, and a C, and then we form an X wave here and we continue down, or this is a 1-2-1-2, we need to just be cautious of the fact that it could still look to actually break down. So basically within that, I just said that this could be an X wave. This is also still viable. If we do move back up here and we look at this move rather as a W, X, and then we're getting a Y wave here, we could actually look to retest the top of this channel, and then we could look to break to the downside still. So if we're going to be looking at this move, potentially, this could mean, depending on how high, so off our current high, one-to-one would be this 1441. So this would be an area I'd be looking out for if we do move down here, where this could actually just be a WX and a Y to the downside, and then we could still have, a bigger structure developing here. If we did move down into this area, we'd have to be cautious that this isn't an A, this would be, and then we get a C wave as a flat correction. This is something that we're just going to have to monitor here. It is also possible within this we could get something like this, where this becomes ABC for wave one. We get this as a wave two, we get a three, four, and a five as a diagonal to the downside, which could look to push us into this zone. So we're going to have to keep an eye on the structure here and see how it develops in the coming days and weeks. But yeah, we can argue that we're right in this rejection zone. If we continue to face rejection in this area, we could actually look for that continuation down and then look for some new lows here. So need to just be aware that it is a possibility. So now, if we want to talk bullish here, we're talking about that potential. We are saying about talking about this the last time, where this would be potentially an A, a B, and a C. So technically speaking, the C wave has come up high enough for this to complete. Here, we were looking for that possibility of a push to the upside. But basically within this, if the C wave is completed here, then we have to argue that we're going to see a continuation down. The only way we can really look at this in a bullish way anymore would be looking at it in this manner, where basically we'd have to say that this would be a wave one, two, looking at this as another one, looking for this wave two, and then we'd need to see a push to the upside. So I'm going to go over some of these key areas here. Basically within this, yeah, so what is this? I can delete this one. So basically within this move, what we were looking for is a push up towards this 2766, but that would be based off of a move back down deeper here towards this 0.618 area. And what I'm looking out for here is that potentially this is not a completed move, and this could be an A, potentially a B, and then we're going to see a C wave down. We have just come down to this 50%, so we need to be aware that this could look to turn around. But it is also possible, within this we have a B wave correction in here where we could see rejection again in this zone and look for, you know, potential rejection between this 2351 and this 2286. So what I'm looking out for here is whether this is an A, we form something like this as an A, B, and a C, potentially come back up and test some of these ranges. 2351 would be an area we want to get back above if we want to say that we are continuing to the upside, and we need to get back above this high point here. Otherwise, this could still be a corrective pattern where this becomes A, B, and C. The key area here to hold, if we're looking at this as an additional 1, 2, is this 20 cent 44. So we can see that we've still got this channel support that's down here. So a move back down into this area could actually tie into retesting this channel and then potentially looking for this bigger move to the upside. So we'll have to see how it plays out. Um, like I said, off that 618, it would be 2766. If we have a direct push up now, we'd want to get above this 2837. So, like we were talking about previously, we got the 1-to-1 over here. We need to be cautious. If we just see a three-way move here, this would just be a corrective structure, and I would be anticipating a breakdown. The only way that if we see like another three-way move that doesn't reach another five-way move that doesn't reach this 1618. The only way this could remain bullish, if you want to argue that at that point, would be that you'd have to say this was a 1-2, forming another 1-2, and then you'd start to get going. So we'll have to watch it. It is something that can play out, but what we need to be cautious of is even if we do see another move up here into this channel line, potentially this 1-to-1 of this 2561, that could actually indicate we could start to see some more aggressive price action to the downside. And then we could actually look for that breakdown. So as long as we hold this 20 cent 44, I will be looking for that potential to push up one more time here. But yeah, once we start to lose this 1957, that count starts to fall apart, and we'd have to argue that we're looking at one of those more bearish counts, whether this is a W, this is an X wave here, and we're going to push down one more time for that Y wave, as we discussed within the bigger, where is it? The bigger one here. Where we're still looking for that possibility to move down towards this 1441. Uh, Even if this X wave isn't completed and we do push up one more time here, we need to just be aware. Like I said, we could still see a sell off here to the downside in this Y wave. And then if this sell off starts to get too big here, and we start to break down deeper towards this zone of this $1, sorry, this 10 cent 48 region, potentially we could actually see a bigger sell-off play out. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, there is a couple of options here. We do have some bullish potential, but it needs to prove itself. And the strength that we have this sell-off here, really, I want to see this, start to move away and get some legs. Otherwise, basically, we just run the risk of this whole bullish potential, falling apart. So this is going to be my primary count for now. For as long as we hold this 20 cent 44, I will be looking for this possibility of either another move to the upside as A, B, and C. But if we do start to break down here, we need to be aware that we do have those um those potential counts that we were talking about. Potentially, we could say that wave two is there. This is an A, a B, and C. And this could start to become a one, maybe we form a two here, and then we start to break down much deeper here, and we start to, extend out one, two, three, four, five, three wave up, and then, next thing we start to break down much deeper. So this is going to be what we have to keep an eye out here for. If we are looking for those bullish moves, really need to move up and hit those targets. Don't want to just hang around. Really want to see some nice strong moves to the upside here, targeting out towards this 28.37 range, and then looking for this additional fourth wave to the downside and this fifth wave potentially up to this 29.45. Finding that zone, looking for support again for this fourth, and then looking for this fifth wave to push to the upside again. And then from there, basically, what we'd be looking for, if that does play out, we'd have to be cautious because this could then be that completed move A, B, C, and then we look to break to the downside, or alternatively, this could become 1, 2. We form this as another 1, come back down, retest some of these zones again, find support above this low, and then start to move. That would be something I could see playing out, looking to flush out some of these late longs that are going on here if we do get a move up here. So just keep an eye on that if we do move up. But yeah, we need to be aware that there is still a count which is indicating we could see lower prices here towards this 1378 to this 1085. So just be aware of that. We could get bullish here, but there's not really enough information in my opinion. Really, till we break above this 3986, we also need to just be cautious because this whole move here could technically just be an A, B, and we get a push up into this zone for C wave. This becomes the fourth wave high, and then we start that fifth wave decline from here. So, there's a couple of options. We have to just wait for the confirmation from the market. Need to get this move going if it is going to be a bigger bullish move here. We don't want to see it hang around. Okay, everyone, I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Leave us some feedback down below, and in the description you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out, it's free to join. As well as that, you will find affiliate links for both Primax BT and BYBIT down there, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. If you do not have an account, using the affiliate link does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.